Hey guys. Check. Sorry, All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's historic milestone, the decade completion of World Biofuel Day in India, with the inaugural edition of Praj BioVerse, our flagship annual movement dedicated to advancing of the bioeconomy in association with the Indian Federation of Green Energy, that is IFGE, and media partner Chini Mandi. I'm your host for today, Chaitanya Rathi. Kindly, I think we have a few empty seats. If anybody has an empty seat next to you, please raise your hand because we have a lot of people standing. You all can occupy those seats. Today's event is not just a celebration. It is a call to action for the industry. It's a call to action for the industry and the industry leadership in shaping the future of India's bioeconomy. Together, we can showcase our collective commitment to innovation and sustainability, strengthen relationships with policymakers, customers, investors, and industry peers, and inspire confidence among our partners and collaborators. We just inaugurated the Experience Center and unveiled the ethanol-based genset by Kirloskar Oil Engines Limited at the hands of our chief guest, Honorable Shri Nitinji Gadkari. The Experience Gallery is an immersive experiential walkthrough of Praj's innovation legacy and real-world impact. Designed as an interactive space, it brings to life the concept of biomobility, bioprism, and circular bioeconomy. The Experience Gallery gives us a glimpse into the future of bioeconomy, including what's next in sustainable mobility and circular solutions. This zone encapsulates what's happening at each front, that's feedstock development, technological innovation, commercial deployment, and the road ahead, and is intended to educate, inspire, and engage all visitors. We're happy to announce that Vasantdada Sugar Institute Pune, Pillar Global, Alfa Laval, Kirloskar Oil Engines Limited, Hero MotoCorp, Toyota, and ARAI have partnered with us for this historic movement. We invite you to visit the Experience Gallery after the event is over, if you haven't already done so. What started off as an entrepreneurial venture 4 decades ago, Praj Industries is today India's most successful company in the field of bio-based technologies and engineering with presence all over the world. The zeal of working towards making the world a better place has stayed with us till today and will continue to do so. With a humble beginning as a supplier of ethanol plants, today Praj is a globally leading company in the bouquet of sustainable solutions for bioenergy, high purity water, critical process equipment, breweries, and industrial waterfront treatment. Headquartered in Pune, Praj has spread its presence across the globe with 1,100 plus references in 110 plus countries across all 6 continents. A round of applause for that. It's now time to welcome our dignitaries on the dais. May I request our founder and chairman of Praj Industries, Dr. Pramod Chaudhari, a global leader in industrial biotechnology and sustainable technology solutions, and also known as the OG Ethanol Man of India, to welcome our chief guest for today, Shri Nitinji Gadkari. Our Honorable Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, Shri Nitinji Gadkari. a visionary leader known for his commitment to sustainable infrastructure, green mobility, and innovation. Shri Gadkari ji has been a strong proponent of biofuels and circular economy solutions in India's development journey. A very warm welcome to today's event. May I now request President of Bioenergy at Praj Industries, Shri Atul Mule, to welcome our special guests, starting with Shri Sanjay Kirloskar, Chairman and Managing Director, Kirloskar Brothers Limited, an industry stalwart from one of India's most respected engineering groups. Shri Kirloskar brings a legacy of innovation, excellence, and commitment to nation building through sustainable technologies. May I request Mr. Mule to also welcome our special guest, Shri Vikram Gulati, Country Head and Executive Vice President, Toyota Kirloskar Motor. A leader in the global automotive industry, Shri Gulati is at the forefront of green mobility and strategic collaborations that support India's transition to cleaner fuels and sustainable transport solutions. May I also request Mr. Mule to welcome our special guest, Shri Vikram Kasbekar, Executive Director, Chief Executive Officer and Chief Technology Officer and Board Member of Hero Motocorp Limited. He has contributed for formulating and driving the sustainable manufacturing strategy to meet global standards in manufacturing quality and delivery. And may I also request Shri Mule to welcome Shri Vishal Soni of Vishwakarma Publications, who is also the publisher of the book that we will be launching later today. And also on the stage, we have founder chairman of Praj Industries, Shri Pramod Chaudhari, and president Bioenergy of Praj Industries, Shri Atul Mule. Once again, a warm welcome to everybody. Well, Praj BioVerse, envisioned by Dr. Pramod Chaudhari, is more than an event. It is a movement to showcase innovations, enable collaborations, shape policy thought leadership, and accelerate India's journey towards a circular bioeconomy in alignment with net zero goals, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and inclusive growth. Under Dr. Chaudhari's visionary leadership, Praj has become synonymous with innovation in biofuels, critical process systems, and green technology, with a presence in over 110 countries through its over 1,100 references worldwide. As we all know, he's known as the ethanol man of India. Dr. Chaudhari has played a key role in shaping renewable energy policies that contributed significantly to India achieving 20% ethanol blending in petrol, resulting in substantial economic and environmental benefits for the nation. Round of applause for that. His outstanding contributions to the field have been recognized with several prestigious awards and accolades, including the 2020 George Washington Carver Award and the William C. Homburg Award for Lifetime Achievement in the Advanced Bioeconomy. May I invite Dr. Pramod Chaudhari to please share his vision of BioVerse and also take us through the newer horizons in BioVerse in the near future. A round of applause, everybody, for Dr. Pramod Chaudhari.
Namaskar. Honorable Shri Nitinji Gadkari, Sanjay Kirloskar, Shri Gulati, Shri Kasbekar, my colleague Atul Mule, and our publisher Vishal Soni. Friends and dignitaries in the audience, I am truly blessed by everybody's presence here, and my special thanks to Nitinji Gadkari for flying to Pune for this program. In fact, one of the things is that he is the pioneer in cultivating biofuel movement in India. Way back in 2002, when we commenced our journey on biofuels, he was the person who encouraged us to look into these aspects of biofuel usage in the vehicles. Sir, I'm grateful to you for that, and because of your encouragement, we could put up a show which you just now saw, and it is the outcome of his continuous encouragement, at the same time taking us or warning us that we have to do something which is more affordable. This year is very special. India completes a decade of celebrating World Biofuel Day. A moment not just to look back for our progress, but to ignite the future. It's both a pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Praj's BioVerse 2025. This is a new movement which we are launching today, that BioVerse, which is beyond our biofuel, biomobility, or biocircularity, bioprism. And this is going to be a next level of bio movement in India, world over also. We are really deeply honored to have Shri Gadkari ji, Union Minister for Road Transport, a visionary whose unwavering dedication and guidance to clean mobility and sustainable infrastructure continues to inspire the nation. I'm also privileged to have my friend Sanjay Kirloskar. He is the president of MCCI and CMD of Kirloskar Brothers, a stalwart of engineering, passionate support of sustainable movement. It is the MCCI which gave us a chance to put up the first show in 2015 when the first Biofuel Day was launched. And I think it's very appropriate that he and the Director General Girbane are here to support us in this mission. Mr. Vikram Gulati, Country Head and Executive Vice President of Toyota Kirloskar Motor, and Vikram Kasbekar, Executive Director and CEO of Hero Motorcorp, both lead from the front in the advancing green mobility and transportation solution. On this historic occasion, I have the privilege to formally launch Praj BioVerse, a unique movement that captures spirit of innovation and collaboration and sustainability. BioVerse is an ecosystem in action. It's where ideas convert into solutions. Climate action and economic growth go hand in hand, and where India's leadership in the bioeconomy is at the center stage. The journey is firmly aligned with the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, inclusive growth, and circular bioeconomy-based universe. Over the past 10 years, India's progress has been remarkable. Powered by a progressive policy framework, far-sighted vision, and strong industry-government collaborations. Achieving E20 ethanol blending ahead of schedule from just 1.5 to 2% a decade ago to 20% today, saving 1.36 lakh crores in foreign exchange and paying back 1.18 lakh crores to the farming community and cutting 698 lakh tons of CO2 emission. I think all this to read together is a wonderful combination which has happened because of this entire movement of 20% ethanol. And I'm sure by any standard, while scaling up blending, we can definitely learn from the experience of countries like Brazil, which have successfully implemented higher blends while protecting the interests of the stakeholders. Commissioning and scaling up of Asia's first 2G ethanol plant at Panipat, Haryana to perfect the 2G technology. It's a little bit work in still progress, but we are happy that we have got initial results quite noteworthy. Enabling India's first passenger flight on a sustainable aviation fuel blend with IOCL and Air Asia it was received in Delhi by Honorable Minister Mr. Hardeep Singh Puri. So all major transportation models, if you see, we have tried to contribute whatever is best for us. Developing India's first bitumen blended highway stretch, inaugurated by Shri Gadkari ji, setting up India's first demo facility for biopolymer production, inaugurated by Sri Jitendra Singh. I'm glad that Praj has been common thread which has contributed to all these achievements. They are proof that India can conceive, commercialize, and scale bioeconomy solutions. Higher ethanol blends, next decade we'll see higher ethanol blends in petrol with flex fuel vehicles ready for adoption and ethanol fuel genset already developed. You saw the one in Experience Gallery, or if you have not seen, please do visit it. IBA blending in diesel is an advanced development stage, and you can witness the demo of 100% IBA engine in the Experience Gallery. Decentralized CBG model, compressed biogas model for agriculture and rural economics. CBG kit for tractor is also present, kept in the gallery. Commercialization of sustainable aviation fuel to decarbonize aviation. Biopolymers and co-product valorization to enhance economic viability. Biohydrogen for heavy-duty mobility and industrial application. Marine biofuels to enable green shipping. These are not distant possibilities. They are emerging realities. And India is poised to lead both global south and developing world in this transformation. Additionally, India has the potential to lead the world in alcohol blending in diesel. Given the diesel consumption in India is approximately 2.5 times higher than the petrol, adopting alcohol blends in diesel could have been far more greater impact of reducing carbon emissions and dependence on fossil fuels. Moreover, India's vast agriculture base provides abundant feedstock to produce rural development and producing renewable alcohol, creating income streams for the farmers and fostering rural development. With its strong policy support, growing technological expertise, and large diversified vehicle fleet reliant on diesel, India is well positioned to set up the new benchmark in sustainable diesel blending and drive transformative shift towards the cleaner energy. As we look ahead, India's vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047 draws a bold course towards sustainable and self-reliant future. States across the country are actively aligning these policies and industrial roadmaps to support the transformation, encouraging investment in bioeconomy, green mobility, and circularity. Globally, too, we are seeing decisive shift from new tariffs and trade alignments to rising geopolitical scenario. Countries are reassessing their dependencies. In the whole world trade dynamics, supply chains and energy dependence are being redefined. Energy self-reliance is no longer an aspiration, it is a strategic imperative. Our bioeconomy model, rooted in local feedstock, rural inclusions, and self-reliance, is not only sustainable but also scalable for nations worldwide. Walking through the Experience Gallery today is like witnessing India's bioenergy ecosystem in full consolidation. Every link of the value chain under one roof, moving in unison towards a common goal. We just witnessed the Kirloskar oil engine genset tested for 100% ethanol for the first time in India, unveiled by Sri Gadkari ji. A bold demonstration of Indian engineering excellence. Praj VSI, Center of Excellence for driving game-changing research in feedstock development, in intercropping practices and co-product innovation, ensuring stronger profitability for farmers and steady supply chain in the bioeconomy. Automotive Research Association of India, ARAI, the team is here, led by Mr. Mathai, vital ecosystem partner in actively working on IBA blending in diesel and advancing research certification and testing protocol that ensures biofuel technologies meet the highest standard of performance, safety, and sustainability, paving the way for faster adoption across the mobility sector. Downstream, flex fuel cars, ethanol-powered bikes, and advanced CBG kits showcase how technology and industry are creating real-world applications they are ready to scale. I urge all participants in the ecosystem to come together. Our goal is consolidating efforts and speed up technology adoption and build a unified movement. This evolving ecosystem, driven by PM Modi's visionary leadership, the Swadeshi spirit of self-reliance, and farmers' first approach, shows the power of working as one team. Innovators, researchers, manufacturers, and policymakers are joining hands. One message is crystal clear. We are ready to scale, ready to collaborate, ready to lead. Friends, today's launch is not an end point, it is the beginning of BioVerse. BioVerse will become the space where stakeholders come together year after year to create, collaborate, and celebrate the circular bioeconomy. Let us step in the new era of confidence, purpose, and collective resolve. Horizons beyond dreams. I dedicated my life to bioenergy. Horizons beyond dreams, as is what is more than just my personal story. It is reflection of the lessons, challenges, and trumps for our decades of building Praj and working in the bioeconomy. I admire my colleagues, many of them are here today, who helped me to arrive at these solutions. After the Marathi edition, I was humbled by the overwhelming response and the demand for an English version from friends, colleagues, and readers across the world. This edition is my way of sharing experiences that I hope will inspire the youth to embrace entrepreneurship, pursue innovation fearlessly, and believe that world-class research and industry leadership can be achieved right here in India. With these few thoughts, I conclude my small address, and thank you once again to all for coming here together for a common cause. That's what I believe. I thank Gadkari ji for being here to guide us, and all of you for being present. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, for sharing your vision of BioVerse with all of us, and also showing us the newer horizons in BioVerse that we can explore in the near future. Moving on, I'd now like to invite our special guest, Sri Vikram Kasbekar, to please come up and address this August gathering. Everybody, a round of applause as we welcome Sri Vikram Kasbekar.
Namaskar. Shri Nitin Gadkari, Union Minister, Visionary Leader, Dr. Pramod Chaudhary, Mr. Vikram Gulati, Shri Mule, Mr. Sanjay Kirloskar, Vishal Soni, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be here, and it's my privilege to deliver a small talk on what we have done on the sustainability front. Our Chairman Emeritus, Dr. Brijmohan Lal Munjal, was a visionary leader, and that was Hero's philosophy that we must give back to the society from where we generate our wealth. This is the ethos which has been integral to the way we do business at Hero MotoCorp, and Dr. Pawan Munjal has been driving this initiative right now. As Hero MotoCorp, sustainability is core to our business. With India's commitment for carbon neutrality, we have taken initiatives in reducing emissions, particularly as far as our operations are concerned in Scope 1 and 2, which is primarily renewable energy as well as energy efficient technology. However, the main aspect that comes through is on the Scope 3, which is the vehicles that we produce. So here we are looking at various initiatives of electric vehicles as well as alternate fuels. And thanks to Dr. Pramod Chaudhary for having initiated the ethanol, a biofuel, and we were one of the first to have developed a flex fuel vehicle which can withstand starting from E20 onwards. We have developed ethanol since E20 compliant vehicles since 2023. And today our entire portfolio is capable of taking up ethanol. Needless to say, as Dr. Pramod Chaudhary mentioned, green fuel for circular economy, farmers' benefit and forex savings is really a hallmark of this work that has been carried out. We have upgraded our technology to almost match the earlier fuel efficiency that was there. Ethanol with a modern technology can deliver almost as good fuel efficiency as the earlier fuel. These vehicles are well accepted in the market and are running quite well. As human beings, we need to take care of our health. We do our preventive checks, go to the doctor, take medicines, and improve our lifestyle. The vehicles are no different. I would say the same for the two-wheelers also. Timely checks for the performance, preventive maintenance, as well as pollution checks will ensure that the performance of these vehicles is sustained. Going forward, it is important that as the vehicles grow older, it is important to do the pollution checks with documentation, fitness checks. This will go a long way in improving the safety as well as promote the circular economy. Our vehicles in the field are compliant to E20, and I do not foresee any major issues at this stage. Finally, I would say that as a two-wheeler industry, we are committed and always committed to produce products as well as processes which are customer-centric. I would urge the ethanol industry to work along with the authorities to provide the right value proposition to the customers so that more and more ethanol can be used in the future. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kasbekar. And may I now invite our special guest, Sri Vikram Gulati, Country Head and Executive Vice President of Toyota Kirloskar Motor, to please come forward and address this August gathering.
Good evening, Honorable Union Minister Shri Gadkari ji, Shri Chaudhary ji, Shri Atul Mule ji, Mr. Kirloskar, Kasbekar ji, and Mr. Soni. Dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, at the outset, I'd like to thank Praj for making us a part of this wonderful initiative, BioVerse. It is indeed a tribute to the long journey that Praj has come in creating a clean energy pathway for India. So at the outset, please accept my humble gratitude in having us with you. Thank you so much. Last 11 years have been phenomenal. They've been transformative. I'd just like to spend a few minutes just bringing back those memories. Last 11 years have seen, as auto industry, we having achieved global standard of emissions BS6 2 years ahead of time. Last 11 years have seen a transformative revolution towards safety. We now have vehicles which have not only active and passive safety, but encouraged by the government, a B&CAP robust system, which is encouraging the automotive industry to test their vehicles and declare them as being safer. We have newer technologies, connected features. We also have achieved a milestone of E25 years ahead of time. A truly transformative journey of 13 times of what was used as ethanol in 2014 and what is used today. For that, my heartfelt gratitude to the Government of India, and in particular, the man who's made it happen, the Honorable Minister, Shri Gadkari ji. Like all visionary leaders, आपको प्यार भी करते हैं, समझाते भी हैं, और like a good father figure डांटते भी हैं. और इस सब के कारण आज हम वहाँ पहुँच पाए हैं जहाँ हम हैं. And this is just a beginning, encouraged by the visionary leadership of Honorable Minister. We have now begun a journey, not achieved an end. And this journey is not just about automotive, it's about the country. Just think, 1.4 trillion rupees of fossil fuel saved. Can you imagine that? 1.2 trillion rupees gone to farmers. Amazing. Remember a time when we used to read in the papers that there's a big stir happening because the sugarcane farmers are protesting, their dues are not being paid. Mills are affected. The grains are rotting because there is nobody to store. But then you have a visionary leader who's been fighting for this since 2004 to get us to a situation where this is now delivering value to society. And in this journey, just imagine the carbon that we've saved, how much we've contributed to fighting against the climate change and contributing back to society. All those long-term visionary targets that we have of energy self-reliance by 2047, decarbonized country by 2070, they are going to be achieved by the people who are present here today with organizations like Praj, without whom it's not possible to have an ecosystem where ethanol plants can come up. And honestly, whenever I go abroad, whether it is in Brazil or elsewhere, I hear about Praj, how phenomenal they are, how advanced they are, how people are looking up to doing tie-ups. It's a welcoming change rather than in India people talking about company ABC, uski technology lao. When you go abroad, there are people saying, "Are Praj ki technology lao." So as an Indian, and it's an ode to you, Dr. Saab, that we have reached this stage. Thoda sa time aur lunga. With the encouragement of the ecosystem and particularly the Honorable Minister, most of the companies in automotive space, two-wheelers or four-wheelers, have introduced flex fuel vehicles. These vehicles are capable of taking ethanol of any mix from 20 to 100. Now, this will revolutionize our journey towards enabling a phenomenal increase in ethanol use. In Brazil, what we've seen is with a monofuel of E27, the national average use of ethanol in blending is 45%. And that's because of their flex fuel program. We are working, we have certain barriers to overcome, we are overcoming them. Government is supporting us, whether it is creating enabling policies for OEMs to introduce these technologies, things like CAFE and taxation, or if it's an enabling environment for customers to buy, as also for the ecosystem pickup. So for that, we are very grateful to the Government of India for supporting that. But one point I'd like to particularly mention, not as somebody from the automotive industry, but as an Indian. As we go forward, we all must work to truly recognize ethanol as carbon neutral for what it is scientifically. And this recognition has to cross our borders because in coming years, the economies will be driven by carbon trading. We have huge potential of not only using ethanol and saving millions of dollars in forex savings by not importing fossil fuels, but we also have a huge opportunity of earning carbon credits globally. So my humble request to the entire ecosystem, and particularly the Honorable Minister, is that in the upcoming COP30 negotiations, as a global leader towards ethanol economy for Global South through the Biofuel Alliance, let us work together to make sure that there's a global recognition of the carbon neutral nature of ethanol, so that in 5 years from now, when we all meet and we have much higher utilization of ethanol, these benefits can flow to India, they can flow to the manufacturers of ethanol, and they can flow to the farmers. With that, I'd like to conclude and thank once again for having me here, and congratulations, Dr. Saab, for your unveiling of the book. Many congratulations from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Sri Gulati. There is no doubt that with such stalwarts doing such amazing work, the future belongs to India. Let's have a round of applause for our speaker, everybody. Well, it's now time for the second part of the event, which is the book launch. The English edition of Horizons Beyond Dreams, As Is What Is, chronicles Dr. Chaudhari's inspiring journey of leadership, innovation, and commitment to sustainable development. Following the widespread acclaim of the original Marathi edition, there was great demand for an English version from readers across the globe. This book aims to inspire the youth and aspiring entrepreneurs by offering valuable insights into building a world-class enterprise rooted in Indian values and scientific excellence. It serves as a testament of how perseverance, vision, and dedication can nurture entrepreneurship and cutting-edge research in India, encouraging future generations to dream big and contribute meaningfully to nation building. May I now request Sri Vishal Soni, the publisher of the book, to please address this August gathering and tell us a little more of the book.
Namaste and very good evening to all the dignitaries present. I am truly honored to be here today on this 10th anniversary of World Biofuel Day, a day that celebrates innovation, sustainability, and the spirit of transformation. I would like to begin by expressing my heartfelt gratitude to Praj Industries for inviting me to be part of this landmark occasion, the launch of Praj BioVerse, a revolutionary movement towards building a circular bioeconomy by bringing all ecosystem partners together. It is a privilege to share the dais with such eminent personalities, Shri Honorable Minister Shri Nitinji Gadkari, Shri Sanjay Ji Kirloskar, Shri Vikram Ji Gulati, Shri Kasbekar Sir, Atul Sir. I feel humbled to be in such distinguished company. And nevertheless, Shri Pramod Sir, who's been our author and always guiding us. Today is the moment of immense pride for Vishwakarma publication as we launch the special book, Horizons Beyond Dream, As Is What Is. It's a memoir by Dr. Pramod Chaudhari Sir, fondly known as Ethanol Man of India. In his memoir, Chaudhari Sir makes it very clear that this is not a manual of management lessons or recipes for success. It is a faithful narration of his journey, his triumphs, his trials, and passion that fueled his purpose. What makes this book truly unique is its simplicity and authenticity. When you read, you'll come to know. Written in a narrative style, it is very easy to read and free of jargons. It spans in 12 sections and 42 chapters, yet flow like a novel, keeping you curious, engaged, and inspired. So once you read, you'll come to know what I'm saying. It's not just a story, it's a mirror. How? Readers, especially students, business owners from SME and MSME, startups, founders, and entrepreneurs will find themselves reflected in these pages. Some of the key takeaways that resonate deeply with me include the importance of having clear vision and ambition, the value of meticulous planning as solid framework, embracing every task as a learning opportunity, never saying no to any work that has been given. continuously upgrading one's knowledge and perspective. Building an efficient team and maintaining a strong follow-up is very important, is what I felt. Upholding integrity, no foul play in business. So if you read this book, you'll all come to know all this thing. Earning testimonials from even the most difficult customers. You will resonate with me on this because getting a testimonial from the most difficult customer will get you more and more business. One quote from this book that stayed with me, right, which I think you can also carry out on today. Confidence is key to success. Confidence is key to success, and preparation is key to confidence. Right? By Atharas, and Dr. Chaudhari lives this by this principle, and it echoes throughout his journey. In the book, he also shares his vision of Praj 2.0 through the Arise program for 2030, and now, on this milestone day, he initiates the Praj BioVerse, a bold step towards sustainable future and a thriving bioeconomy. At Vishwakarma Publication, we are proud to include his memoir in our catalog over 700 titles. With a robust distribution network across India and global reach through Amazon, we are committed to bringing inspiring stories like him to readers everywhere in print and digital formats. May Dr. Chaudhari's sir's vision continue to guide us all, and may we see many more chapters of innovations and impact in the years to come. We are truly honored to publish this memoir today at the hands of Honorable Minister Nitinji Gadkari, Sanjayji Kirloskar, Shri Vikramji Gulati, and other dignitaries. It would be not right on my part without thanking the entire team members of my team, that is Vishwakarma, that is Chaitali, Tapkir sir, my sales team, Mahendra, and my printer, Mr. Vedant from Deepak Multi-Offset. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Soni. Thank you for your ongoing and continuous support that you've always shown to Praj Industries. All right, it's now time for the launch of the book, Horizons Beyond Dreams, As Is What Is. May I request our chief guest, Shri Nitinji Gadkari, and all our dignitaries on the dais to kindly do the honors of unveiling and launching this book, Horizons Beyond Dreams, As Is What Is, the English edition. Come on, everybody. I'm sure we can do better than that. A louder round of applause. And may I now invite Srimati Parimal Chaudhari and Praj board member Shri Parth Chaudhari to please join us on stage for a group picture celebrating the launch of the English edition of this book. A round of applause, everybody. I was going through the book. There's an entire chapter about Mrs. Parimal Chaudhari in the book. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All right, it's now time to invite and welcome Our next speaker, Shri Sanjay Kirloskar, a fourth-generation industrialist and managing director of Kirloskar Brothers Limited. Currently, he is the president of the Maharashtra Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Agriculture, chairman of the advisory board of the Savitribai Phule Pune University, and a member of the executive council of the Gokhale Institute of Politics and Economics. Shri Sanjay Kirloskar.
Good evening, everyone. Nitinji, Pramod, other dignitaries on the dais, and my friends. It's a true honor for me to be at this remarkable celebration held by Praj Industries, a company that has for long been at the forefront of India's green innovation movement. I have admired Praj's journey, and I'm privileged to be here amongst pioneers and change makers. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to Dr. Pramod Chaudhari, who's not only a visionary leader, but also a dear friend of mine, along with Parimal. And thank you for inviting me for this event. I've observed Praj's evolution, its commitment to creating ecologically responsible and commercially viable solutions is nothing short of exemplary. When we talk about sustainability, one often hears terms like transformation and paradigm shift. Praj embodies these concepts. What began as a modest entrepreneurial venture 4 decades ago has evolved into a global leader in bio-based technologies. It's not just a business success story. It's another green revolution, born in India and spreading worldwide. Today, as we celebrate the release of the English translation of Dr. Chaudhari's memoirs, Horizon Beyond Dreams, as is what is, and I think you've gone way beyond your dreams, you've achieved way beyond your dreams. This publication chronicles the story of an individual who did not just create an enterprise, but sparked a movement. Dr. Chaudhari is a self-made man who went through trials that someone like me, born with a silver spoon in my mouth, cannot even imagine. This inspiring narrative will undoubtedly serve as a beacon for entrepreneurs, technologists, and leaders globally. And what better occasion than the World Biofuels Day to reflect on this remarkable journey. And which better chief guest to have today? I remember Gadkari ji coming to Kirloskar Oil Engines, I think more than 27 years ago, urging Atul and me to make an engine that ran on ethanol. And I'm sure he would have been so proud to see that he would inaugurate it today. Gadkari ji has been promoting biofuels for decades to make India Atmanirbhar in fuels. As the world's third largest oil consumer, India has much to gain or lose based on energy choices that we are making today. Beyond reducing carbon emissions and import dependency, biofuels offer a compelling opportunity to invigorate rural economies, generate employment, and enhance agricultural productivity. Already, with 12 advanced biorefineries underway, India is positioning itself as a global leader. In 2024 alone, as was mentioned a little earlier, India has saved over $570 million in foreign exchange, a figure that's expected to touch 1.7 billion very soon. But perhaps the greatest strength of biofuels is their inclusive nature, a solution where scientists, farmers, entrepreneurs, and policymakers work together for one shared vision. Well, this day is about biofuels. Dr. Chaudhari asked me to speak about our initiatives in Kirloskar Brothers on carbon reduction and supporting green technologies for sustainable development. In fact, I was a little concerned because I saw Atul's products over here, I saw my late cousin's Vikram's products over here, and I said, what am I going to be? Why has he asked me to come over here and give a speech? But the path to a sustainable future will not be driven by one energy source alone, but by an integrated clean energy mix, biofuels, solar, wind, hydrogen, nuclear, and hydropower, amplified by digital technologies like IoT, artificial intelligence, and automation. Today, I would like to speak on another form of energy, which I believe will become just as important in the future. Like biofuels, nuclear energy is another green resource that our country must utilize. As you're aware, air pollution from India's coal-fired power plants are estimated to cause between 80,000 to 120,000 premature deaths annually. Against this, since the dawn of the nuclear age, the number of deaths globally due to nuclear accidents is about 4,000. One from Fukushima, and about 4,000, the rest of the 4,000, 3,999 approximately, from the Chernobyl disaster, which, as you may be aware, was caused by negligence and errors in judgment. Both BARC and NPCIL, that's Bhabha Atomic Research Center and Nuclear Power Corporation of India, have done a tremendous job and have a great safety record. However, we've not taken nuclear energy to its logical conclusion. Because if we are to reach our Prime Minister's dream of a Viksit Bharat by 2047, India is going to need about 1,000 gigawatts of energy capacity, generation capacity. And I believe that by then, we will need to phase out fossil fuels, that's coal-fired power plants. And you will need base load power generation, which most probably will come through nuclear generation. I think the dangers of fossil fuel generation have been realized with climate change, and there's a realization that nuclear energy is probably the way to go. Europeans have not only invested in wind and solar, they've also made laws to tax products made from so-called dirty fuels. The carbon border adjustment mechanism will affect exports from countries who depend on oil and coal. And the money collected from these import duties is going to be used to develop new green technologies in Europe. Many countries are also investing in nuclear power stations, and I think this is the time to do it over here. Our state, Maharashtra, is actually the best suited to take advantage of this new situation. This is because most of the nuclear establishments, that's BARC and NPCIL, EPCs, equipment manufacturers, are based in Maharashtra. EPCs like Tata Projects, like Larsen and Toubro, consultants like Tata Consulting Engineers, major equipment manufacturers like Larsen and Toubro, Walchandnagar Industries, Godrej, and ourselves, Kirloskar Brothers, are all located in urban and rural Maharashtra. This is Maharashtra's strength that no other state in the country can match, and it'll have long-term benefits. It'll ensure that the state's manufacturing ecosystem gets larger and has the latest technologies, leading to job creation in this space, along with skills and knowledge development and upgradation. I therefore urge Nitinji to request our state government to take steps to make our state the leader for nuclear technologies. The vision of sustainable progress coming to my company is deeply embedded in our purpose. I think we were one of the earliest adopters of 3D printing. We have a very large 3D printer used for production. Artificial intelligence for choosing new selection of products, and augmented reality, virtual reality, as well as IoT. I mention this because being in the beginning that a person like me born with a silver spoon in my mouth, I must say that the expectations from society as well as family are also far greater. While my great-grandfather began the manufacture of goods which were to compete with British goods, supported by the British Raj, and still made the company the market leader in pumps, engines, and in motors before independence. My grandfather was one of the first ones to export engineering products from India. He wanted the group to be a multinational, but unfortunately the policies of the then government with MRTP, limits on capacity, did not allow to do that. Today, however, with factories in Netherlands, South Africa, Thailand, the US, KBL, along with being the largest manufacturer of pumps in India, is also the largest manufacturer of pumps in Great Britain. A few examples, but before that, let me inform Nitinji that we've also designed and made titanium pumps for the first time in India for biofuel production, 2G ethanol, And we've also developed for the first time and manufactured it, pumps which till now have been imported from the US. Every single pump station in the country has pumps that are imported from America even now. And this will change very shortly. And they, of course, can pump diesel, petrol, and also ethanol. This may not be a good time to also admit that we make pumps for fossil fuel, oil made from fossil fuels. But all this, I think, is driven by teams that are led by the next generation, one of whom is sitting over here, my daughter. Going further into sustainability, our lowest life cycle cost pumps came into the market in 2007. We have about an 80% market share in the UK's private water companies and 100% market share in their new north-south strategic water pipeline. Unfortunately, we are unable to sell them in large quantities in India as they cannot go past the L1 hurdle in government procurement policies. Nitinji, I think it's time to look at such policies so that life cycle costs are considered rather than initial procurement cost, which contributes an insignificant portion of the total cost of ownership. In a pump, it's hardly 6% compared to the total cost of ownership. You know, a few years ago, about 3 decades ago, I was sitting in the cockpit of a Boeing 747 before 9/11 and watching what was going on in the cockpit with pilots just sitting around like they were in the living room. And I found out that the engines were transmitting their performance details to Pratt & Whitney, which was based in America. And one of the engines, because of its performance, which could be seen in the dials in the plane at that time, was not performing as well as the others. And the pilots told me that it was going to be replaced on the way back. And I said, why not try this with pumps, right? And today, we have rolled out our IoT device at Magarpatta city in 2016, where we monitor and do predictive maintenance for pumps. We replaced imported pumps with 2 Indian pumps costing 30 lakhs. We saved them 24 lakhs a year in energy costs, right? And there were no takers for this technology until a few years ago. When COVID began, then everyone realized what a system that's on a phone can do. Because I also met Yogi Adityanath ji last year, and I showed him what the system could do. And he said, you know, then no one needs to go to Babina, no one needs to go to Narayanpur. Sitting wherever in the world where there is an internet connection, my people can see how my pumps are performing. So these are the changes that we as an Indian company have brought to the country. We are one of 3 or 4 companies in the world that has been able to do this. However, the acceptance of new technologies by government bodies remains inconsistent. Progressive organizations, and I'll mention the Uttar Pradesh Jal Board, have embraced and actively promoted such innovative solutions. Yet many others remain hesitant, slowing the pace of transformation. Wider institutional adoption is critical if we are to scale sustainable technologies in India rapidly. Unfortunately, when similar innovations are introduced by foreign companies, they often receive immediate recognition, appreciation from Indian entities, whereas domestic innovations tend to face significantly lower innovations. And this is, I hope, something that will change as we go towards Viksit Bharat and Atmanirbhar Bharat. So on this World Biofuels Day, let us reaffirm our commitment not just to energy security, but also energy sovereignty. Not just climate targets, but to climate action. Not just to growth, but to green growth. Let India not just be the largest democracy, but also the cleanest, greenest, and the most sustainable one. We're already making significant strides, ranking 4th globally in renewable energy capacity and 5th in solar energy. Our government's commitment to Atmanirbhar Bharat and the goal of achieving net zero by 2070 are well within reach, provided our industries continue to lead with innovation and resolve. My congratulations again to Praj Industries for their stellar work and organizing this impactful celebration. Thanks to all of you for listening so patiently to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kirloskar, for your address. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our chief guest address. Please join our hands together as I invite our chief guest, Honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways, Government of India, Shri Nitinji Gadkari, for his address.
प्राज इंडस्ट्री के चेयरमैन डॉक्टर प्रमोद चौधरी जी, किर्लोस्कर टोयोटो के कंट्री हेड विक्रम गुलाटी जी, किर्लोस्कर इंडस्ट्रीज़ के ब्रदर्स इंडस्ट्रीज़ के प्रेसिडेंट संजय किर्लोस्कर, श्री विशाल सोनी, श्री अतुल मुले, श्री विक्रम कसबेकर, सभी सम्माननीय अतिथिगण, भाई और बहनों, सबसे पहले मैं प्राज इंडस्ट्रीज़, किर्लोस्कर मोटर्स, ARI, इनको ये विशेष प्रकार की ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग टेक्नोलॉजी में जो उन्होंने आज काम किया है, इसके लिए हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ, उनका अभिनंदन करता हूँ। मुझे लगता है कि आने वाले अनेक सालों तक जो आज जिस टेक्नोलॉजी का प्रदर्शन यहाँ हुआ है, वो भारत के भविष्य के पर दूरगामी परिणाम करने वाला है। आप सबको पता ही होगा कि हमारी ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री हमारी इकोनॉमी के लिए बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जब मैं मंत्री बना तो हमारा वर्ल्ड में 12वां नंबर था, सातवां नंबर था और 12 लाख करोड़ की इंडस्ट्री थी। पर एक 6-7 महीने पहले हमने जापान को पीछे डालकर अभी हम लोग तीसरे नंबर पर आए हैं। हमारे देश में सबसे ज़्यादा एक्सपोर्ट इस इंडस्ट्री के कारण है। हमारी भारत सरकार को और राज्य सरकार को GST के रूप में सबसे ज़्यादा रेवेन्यू देने वाली ये इंडस्ट्री है। और विशेष रूप से जो 4.5 करोड़ युवाओं को जॉब्स दिया इस इंडस्ट्री ने, वो भी बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है। जिस प्रकार से इस इंडस्ट्री की ये प्लस साइड है, वैसे इसकी माइनस साइड ये है कि मैं ट्रांसपोर्ट मंत्री होने के नाते देश का 40% एयर पोल्यूशन आज मोटर ट्रांसपोर्ट के कारण होता है और ये भी हमारे लिए बहुत गंभीर समस्या है। हमारे सोसाइटी के 3 इम्पॉर्टेंट पिलर्स हैं: इथिक्स, इकोनॉमी, इकोलॉजी एंड इन्वायरमेंट। और इकोलॉजी एंड इन्वायरमेंट में एयर पोल्यूशन के कारण हमारे जीवन में कितने दुष्परिणाम हो रहे हैं, ये शायद हम अभी भी सीरियसली नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं। और इसलिए सबसे पहली बात है कि हमारी जो नीतियाँ हैं वो इंपोर्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट, कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव, पोल्यूशन फ्री एंड इंडिजिनियस, स्वदेशी, स्वावलंबन और स्वातंत्र्य, ये बातें हम स्वाधीनता के आंदोलन से कर रहे हैं। पर आज हमारे देश में फॉसिल फ्यूल का इंपोर्ट 22 लाख करोड़ का है, 22 लाख करोड़ का। हमें आज खुशी है कि हमने बड़े प्रमाण पर फॉरेन एक्सचेंज को कम किया है फॉसिल फ्यूल के कारण। पर 22 लाख करोड़ का जो फॉसिल फ्यूल का इंपोर्ट है, अभी भी हर साल बढ़ रहा है। मैं कभी कभी मजाक में कहता हूँ कि एक नेचुरल हिंदुस्तानियों के लिए वरदान है कि हाउ टू इंक्रीज पॉपुलेशन एंड हाउ टू इंक्रीज ऑटोमोबाइल नंबर, दोनों गति से बढ़ रहा है। और इसलिए आज हमारी समस्या ये है कि हमें इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट भी चाहिए और इकोलॉजी एंड इन्वायरमेंट को भी प्रोटेक्ट करना है। 22 लाख करोड़ रुपए का फॉसिल फ्यूल इंपोर्ट होना, ये कितना बड़ा इकोनॉमिक चैलेंज है, ये आप समझ सकते हैं। और दूसरी ओर विशेष रूप से हमारे प्रदूषण के कारण हमें कितनी गंभीर समस्या है, ये भी हमारे लिए महत्वपूर्ण है। और इन दोनों बातों के लिए अगर हमको इसको प्रॉब्लम को अगर रिजॉल्व करना है तो अल्टरनेटिव फ्यूल और बायो फ्यूल का महत्व हम समझ सकते हैं। तीसरी एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बात है कि हमारे देश में जो हमारे गांवों की स्थिति है, गांव गरीब मजदूर और किसान की, जो रूरल एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर की स्थिति है, वो लगातार जिस प्रमाण में प्रोग्रेस होने के बजाय डिटोरेट हो रही है। इसका कारण ये है कि हमारे टोटल जीडीपी ग्रोथ में हमारे इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर का कंट्रीब्यूशन 22 से 24% है और हमारे सर्विस सेक्टर का कंट्रीब्यूशन 52 से 54% है, और एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर का जो हमारे इसमें कंट्रीब्यूशन है जीडीपी ग्रोथ में, वो 12 से 14% है। और जो पॉपुलेशन हमारी एग्रीकल्चर पर डिपेंड होती है वो 60 to 65% है। प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनना है, $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनाना है, वर्ल्ड की थर्ड लार्जेस्ट अर्थव्यवस्था बनना है। ये उसी समय संभव होगा जब हमारा एग्रीकल्चर ग्रोथ ये 22 से 24% तक जाएगा। और इसमें सबसे बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण नीति जो हमारी सरकार ने स्वीकार की है वो डाइवर्सिफिकेशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर टुवर्ड्स एनर्जी एंड पावर सेक्टर। अब इसका कितना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट होता है कि जब एक समय हमारे यहाँ जब इथेनॉल की शुरुआत हुई तो ये भी चर्चा हुई कि फूड वर्सेस फ्यूल, बहुत चर्चा हुई। आज हमारे देश में फूड सरप्लस है, सरप्लस राइस, सरप्लस व्हीट, सरप्लस कॉर्न, सरप्लस शुगर, हमें रखने के लिए जगह नहीं है। हम रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म पर पंजाब और हरियाणा में चावल और गेहूं रखने के लिए उसका उपयोग हमको करना पड़ा, और इसलिए हम फूड को तो हमारी प्रायोरिटी है ही, पर आज हम लोग लगातार हमारे किसानों को जो रेम्यूनरेटरी प्राइजेस चाहिए वो नहीं मिल पा रही, क्योंकि मार्केट में सरप्लस प्रोडक्शन है। और हमारे अभी एक ही उदाहरण आपको मैं बताऊंगा कि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर पर इसका कितना बड़ा इम्पैक्ट हुआ। जब बात हुई कि मक्के से इथेनॉल बनाने की, तो वही बात आई कि फूड वर्सेस फ्यूल की चर्चा हुई। काफ़ी लोगों ने अपनी बातें रखी। में अंतिमता जब प्रधानमंत्री के सामने कैबिनेट में चर्चा हुई, तब आग्रह से हम सब लोगों ने मैंने उनको प्रार्थना की एक बार ट्राई तो करके देखिए। और मुझे खुशी है कि कॉर्न की एमएसपी 1800 रुपये क्विंटल थी और मार्केट प्राइस 1200 रुपये क्विंटल थी, और जब से इथेनॉल शुरू हुआ अब बिहार और यूपी में कॉर्न की प्राइस 2600 से 2800 रुपये क्विंटल हुई। अब कॉर्न का जो एकरेज है वो 3 गुना बढ़ा है। बिहार, यूपी, इवन सभी राज्यों में वो इसलिए बढ़ा है कि कॉर्न के कारण आज विशेष रूप से किसानों को अच्छा भाव मिल रहा है, और इसलिए इस देश के किसानों का उत्पादन अगर बढ़ाना है तो हमें बायोफ्यूल की बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है। जिसका जिक्र किया गया कि शुगर इंडस्ट्री की स्थिति बीच में बहुत ही खराब थी, अभी भी उतनी अच्छी नहीं है। 2-2 साल, 3-3 साल तक के पैसे किसानों के गन्ने के नहीं मिले थे। उत्तर प्रदेश में ये बहुत बड़ी समस्या थी, और स्वाभाविक रूप से उस समय जब इथेनॉल शुरू हुआ उसके कारण 3-3, 4-4 साल जो पैसे नहीं मिल रहे थे, आज लगभग किसानों को उनके पैसे मिल रहे हैं, शुगर इंडस्ट्री दे रही है। इसका कारण अगर कोई है तो इथेनॉल का प्रोडक्शन है। अगर ये नहीं होता तो अभी तक ये जो वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र में जितने शुगर फैक्ट्री चल रही है, अगर इथेनॉल नहीं होता तो इसमें से 75% इंडस्ट्री कोलैप्स हो जाती, ख़त्म हो जाती। मैं ये अनुभव के साथ कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं विदर्भ में 4 चीनी मिलें चलाता हूँ, और उसका दुख और दर्द क्या है ये मैं समझ सकता हूँ। तब मुझे बहुत देरी से समझ में आया कि इमोशंस एंड व्यवहार, इसमें बहुत डिस्टेंस है। ये समझने के लिए 15 साल बहुत लॉस करना पड़ा। मैं जिस क्षेत्र से हूँ वहाँ 10,000 से ज़्यादा किसानों ने आत्महत्या की है, और जब मैंने ये देखा, मैं किसान का पुत्र हूँ, तब मैंने देखा कि परिस्थिति बहुत गंभीर है। और तब मैंने तय किया कि अभी मैं जीवन में अगर कुछ करूँगा तो मैं अपने जीवन को ये कम से कम आत्महत्या रोकने के लिए पूरी कोशिश करूँगा। और तब से मैं लगातार एग्रीकल्चर में काम करता हूँ। और ना कभी वो पब्लिश होता है, ना कभी किसी को जानकारी में इंटरेस्ट है। मैं रोड और ब्रिजेस और टनल बना रहा हूँ, इसकी चर्चा विश्व में हुई, पर किसानों में मैं क्या काम कर रहा हूँ इसकी शायद इसका उतना महत्व हमारे आज की इकोनॉमी में और सोशल सिस्टम में नहीं है। पर मुझे उसका दुख नहीं है। मुझे 13 डॉक्टरेट्स मिली है, उसमें से 6 कृषि विज्ञान पर है, तो मैं तो लगातार उसमें काम कर रहा हूँ। और मैं ये समझ सकता हूँ कि गांव, गरीब, मजदूर, किसान की हालत जिस दिन तक नहीं बदलेगी नहीं, तब तक आत्मनिर्भर भारत नहीं बन सकता। और ये बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है हमारे इकोनॉमी के लिए कि इथेनॉल ये हमारे लिए एक शुरुआत है। और मैं ये मानता हूँ कि इथेनॉल ये शुरुआत है, पर ये एंड नहीं है। मैं विशेष रूप से प्राज इंडस्ट्री को और ARI को धन्यवाद दूंगा कि इथेनॉल के बाद उन्होंने आइसोब्यूटेनॉल पर काम शुरू किया, और अभी जो प्रयोग वो कर रहे हैं उसमें से 10% डीजल में डाल सकते या नहीं डाल सकते, उसका प्रयोग उन्होंने किया। और किर्लोस्कर के साथ 100% आइसोब्यूटेनॉल पर उन्होंने इंजन भी तैयार किया जो आज लॉन्च हुआ। और आइसोब्यूटेनॉल इज अल्टरनेटिव फॉर डीजल। हमें जितना पेट्रोल लगता है उससे 2.5 से 3 गुना ज़्यादा डीजल लगता है, और डीजल हजार्डस फ्यूल है। प्रदूषण की जो मुख्य समस्या है वो डीजल और पेट्रोल के कारण ज़्यादा है। और इसलिए आने वाले समय में हमें निश्चित रूप से ये आइसोब्यूटेनॉल भी एक बहुत बड़ा हमारे देश के लिए वरदान हो सकता है। रिसर्च होने के बाद, ट्रायल होने के बाद, हमारे उसके स्टैंडर्ड निश्चित होने के बाद जब इनका प्रस्ताव पेट्रोलियम मिनिस्टर को जाएगा और उसके बाद फिर प्राइम मिनिस्टर और कैबिनेट में उसको जब हम मान्यता मिलेगी, उसके बाद में जब इसके लिए बहुत बड़ा मार्केट आइसोब्यूटेनॉल का जो होगा, क्योंकि इथेनॉल से आइसोब्यूटेनॉल बनेगा, वो हमारे लिए बहुत उपयोगी है। जो सस्टेनेबल एविएशन फ्यूल है, जिसकी बात अभी प्रमोद चौधरी जी ने भी अपने भाषण में की है, हमारे आप सबको इसकी कल्पना नहीं होगी कि हमारे पंजाब और हरियाणा में 220 लाख टन परेली होती है, राइस स्ट्रॉ, और इसको लोग जला देते हैं। अब 400 प्रोजेक्ट ऐसे शुरू हुए हैं, जिसमें से 90 प्रत्यक्ष रूप से शुरू हुए। तो 5 टन ऑफ राइस स्ट्रॉ इज गिविंग 1 टन ऑफ बायो CNG। और ये बायो CNG से भी अब ट्रक, ट्रैक्टर, बस सब कुछ उसमें काम में आ रहा है। और अब इसके कारण अब परेली जो है वो जलना बंद हो गया है, यानी वेस्ट में वैल्यू क्रिएट हुई है। मैं अक्सर 2 बातों का जिक्र करता हूँ, नॉलेज टू वेल्थ एंड वेस्ट टू वेल्थ। इनोवेशन, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, साइंस, टेक्नोलॉजी, रिसर्च, स्किल एंड सक्सेसफुल प्रैक्टिसेस, वी नेम इट एज नॉलेज, एंड कन्वर्शन ऑफ नॉलेज इनटू वेल्थ इज द फ्यूचर। और दूसरी इंपॉर्टेंट थ्योरी है कि नो मटेरियल इज वेस्ट एंड नो पर्सन इज वेस्ट। It is depending upon the appropriate technology and appropriate vision of the leadership that you can convert waste into wealth. मैं तो राजनीति में हूँ और ऐसा बहुत अनुभव आता है, और जो मासेस में काम होता है तो अलग अलग प्रकार के लोग होते हैं। तो गुड पर्सन इन ए बैड एटमॉस्फेयर गलत हो जाता है, और बैड पर्सन इन ए गुड एटमॉस्फेयर अच्छा होता है। अभी हमने 80 लाख टन म्यूनिसिपल वेस्ट को सेग्रीगेट करके दिल्ली मुंबई हाईवे, हमारा UR2 दिल्ली का, ढोलारो अहमदाबाद हाईवे, अब अनेक जगह पर हाईवे में हम ये म्यूनिसिपल वेस्ट को हमने यूज़ किया है। और मुझे खुशी है कि प्राज ने सेंट्रल रिसर्च रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ ये जो परेली है, बायोमास है, इसका उपयोग करके बिटुमिन तैयार किया, बायो बिटुमिन। और पहला रोड प्राज और सेंट्रल रिसर्च रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की मार्गदर्शन में जबलपुर से नागपुर हाईवे पर 1 किलोमीटर का रोड बना। और सेंट्रल रिसर्च रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने मुझे रिपोर्ट दिया कि दिस इज प्रूव टू बी बेटर दैन पेट्रोलियम बिटुमिन। अब हमारे देश में 95 लाख टन बिटुमिन लगता है, और मैं रोड मिनिस्टर हूँ, हम ही मैक्सिमम कंज्यूम करते हैं। अब उसमें से केवल 45 लाख टन बिटुमिन इंडियन रिफाइनरी की क्षमता है। और हमारा एक ड्रीम है कि हमारा किसान केवल अन्नदाता नहीं होगा, हमारा किसान ईंधन दाता है, हमारा किसान बिटुमिन दाता है, हमारा किसान हवाई ईंधन भी बना रहा है, हमारा किसान हाइड्रोजन भी बना रहा है। और आने वाले समय में पावर से लेकर, ईंधन से लेकर, बिटुमिन से लेकर हवाई ईंधन तक अगर किसान बनाएगा तो हमारी एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर की ग्रोथ कितनी बढ़ेगी, एम्प्लॉयमेंट कितना क्रिएट होगा, ग्रोथ में उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन क्रिएट होगा और आत्मनिर्भर भारत उससे कैसे बनेगा, यही बात हमको समझने की आवश्यकता है। और इसलिए आज सब बातों में बिकॉज ऑफ रिसर्च हमारे यहाँ बहुत अच्छा काम चल रहा है। मैं प्रमोद चौधरी जी को विशेष रूप से धन्यवाद दूंगा कि वो इन सब बातों के पायोनियर हैं। और मैं ये जानता हूँ कि आउट ऑफ बॉक्स जो बात करता है उसके ऊपर कोई विश्वास नहीं रखता। लोग तो कभी उस बात को सुनने के लिए भी तैयार नहीं होते। और ये बात करते करते कितनी तकलीफ होती है इसका अनुभव मुझे है। यूरो 6 के एमिशन नॉर्म की बात कर रहे थे गुलाटी जी, तब 5-6 बार मीटिंग हुई और मैंने कहा कि भाई देखो, तो अब एक बड़े कंपनी के एमडी थे, मेरे मित्र थे वो मेरे पास अकेले में आए, बोले आप ये क्या पागलपन की बात कर रहे हो, क्यों इंडस्ट्री को ख़त्म कर रहे हो। मैं ख़त्म नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं तुम्हारा वेल विशर हूँ। बोले नहीं हो पाएगा। मैंने बोला होगा। बोले कैसे होगा। मैंने बोला मैंने जिसको हाथ लगाया वो हुआ ही है, आप विश्वास रखो। और जब फाइनल मीटिंग में मैंने सबको कहा कि तुम आएंगे तो तुम्हारे साथ, नहीं आएंगे तो तुम्हारे बिना, और विरोध करेंगे तो उसके बावजूद यूरो 6 के इमिशन नॉर्म्स को मंजूर कर रहे हैं, यू हैव टू डू इट। और मुझे खुशी है कि आज हम यूरो 6 इमिशन नॉर्म्स को सक्सेसफुली इम्प्लीमेंट कर सके, और जिसका कारण ये हुआ है कि हमारा एक्सपोर्ट बढ़ा है। आज हमारे 2 व्हीलर्स, ये हीरो, बजाज, टीवीएस, होंडा, सब 50% प्रोडक्शन एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं। ये टोयोटो से लेकर हमारी सुजुकी और ये सब अभी इनकी बाहर जाने लगी सब गाड़ियाँ। मर्सिडीज़ के चेयरमैन मुझे मिले, वो मुझे बता रहे थे कि अब धीरे धीरे पूरी इलेक्ट्रिक मर्सिडीज़ होगी, सब मॉडल, और हम हिंदुस्तान से एक्सपोर्ट करेंगे। आने वाले दिनों में इथेनॉल, मेथेनॉल, बायोडीजल, एलएनजी, सीएनजी, इलेक्ट्रिक और हाइड्रोजन के कारण निश्चित रूप से एक नया चेंज वर्ल्ड में हमारे कारण आएगा। और मेरा विश्वास है कि आज हम ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री में नंबर 3 पर है, पर जिस प्रकार से हमारा रिसर्च हो रहा है, हमारा इनोवेशन हो रहा है, हम लोग इसमें हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी को प्रूव कर रहे हैं, वो दिन अब दूर नहीं है कि आने वाले 5-6 साल में हम वर्ल्ड के नंबर 1 के ऑटोमोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरर बनेंगे। और जब बनेंगे तो इसका सोशो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट इकोनॉमी में, एम्प्लॉयमेंट में, प्रदूषण में क्या होगा आप सोचिए। आज हमें 85% ऑफ हमारी एनर्जी इंपोर्ट होती है, और मेरा विश्वास है कि हम एनर्जी को इंपोर्ट करने वाला नहीं तो एनर्जी को निर्यात करने वाला देश बनेंगे, एनर्जी को एक्सपोर्ट करने वाला देश बनेंगे, और ये संभव है। मैं प्राज इंडस्ट्री को एक रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि आप अभी ये सब रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, इसमें एक बात पर भी करिए कि अभी हमारे यहाँ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का जो सबसे ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम है वो थर्मल पावर प्लांट में है। अभी मैं पावर मिनिस्टर के साथ बैठा और वो पैलेट तैयार करके वो 7 रुपये 11 रुपये किलो तक ले रहे हैं, और हमारे देश में 17% लैंड वेस्ट लैंड है। जब हमारे पुणे के ही मोहन धारिया जी अन्ना मंत्री थे तो वेस्ट लैंड पर उन्होंने एक बहुत अच्छा रिपोर्ट तैयार किया। उन्होंने मुझे वो दिया था जब मैं प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना, जो भारत सरकार की फ्लैगशिप योजना है, बनाने का सौभाग्य मुझे मिला। अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी ने वो काम मुझे दिया था, तब अन्ना ने मुझे वो रिपोर्ट दिया था। और 17% लैंड ऐसी है जो वेस्ट लैंड है, उसमें कुछ नहीं होता। फिर कोल इंडिया, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ इंडिया, सब पहाड़ पड़े हुए हैं, और वहाँ अगर हम बाम्बू लगाएंगे तो कम से कम 50 टन पर एकड़ बाम्बू आ सकता है। और ये बाम्बू से इथेनॉल बन सकता है, सीएनजी बन सकता है, ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन बन सकता है। और इससे रोजगार भी निर्माण हो सकता है। और बाम्बू के कारण कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो है वो बाम्बू ज़्यादा प्रमाण में अब्सॉर्ब करता है, तो हमारे प्रदूषण की भी समस्या सुलझाई जा सकती है। अभी मेरा लड़का पावर प्रोजेक्ट डाल रहा है, तो बड़े बड़े कंपनी जो थी उन्होंने कहा कि आपको कोल बेस होगा तो हम आपको कोटेशन भी नहीं देंगे। फिर उसने लिख के दिया कि 20% मैं ग्रीन फ्यूल यूज़ करूँगा, तब उसको कोटेशन मिला। तो आने वाले समय में बाम्बू की कैलोरिक वैल्यू जो है, बाम्बू को काट दिया जाए टुकड़े के 8 mm के, तो उसका 10% मॉइस्चर और कम हो गया तो कैलोरिक वैल्यू 4000 आएगी, 4200। और कोयले जो लो क्वालिटी का कोल है, हमारे यही होता है नागपुर में पूरा कोल ही उधर, तो उसकी कैलोरिक वैल्यू 4000 है और उसकी कीमत जो है कोल की 4200 रुपये पर टन पड़ती है। हमारे वेस्टर्न कोल फील्ड है। तब आप अगर हम ये बाम्बू तैयार करेंगे तो इसकी कैलोरिक वैल्यू से तुलना करें तो वो 4000 रुपये इक्विवेलेंट टू कोल आएगी। और वाइट कोल के रूप में अगर बाम्बू का उपयोग होगा तो CO2 के जो प्रदूषण है वो भी नहीं हो रहा, पर इसमें बाम्बू को तोड़ना, उसको काटना, उसकी तैयार करके पावर प्लांट पे पहुंचाना, करोड़ों लोगों को रोजगार मिलेगा। और उसके कारण सबसे बड़ा हमारी समस्या है, प्रदूषण की समस्या सॉल्व होगी, पर एग्रीकल्चर रूरल सेक्टर में जॉब्स क्रिएट होंगे। और आज अभी पावर इंडस्ट्री ने इसको मान्य किया है, हम उसके ऊपर भी काम कर रहे हैं और बाम्बू लगा रहे लोग। और इसलिए बाम्बू को मैंने कहा, हमारे यहाँ सब शुगर फैक्ट्री वालों को, जहाँ यहाँ कुछ लोग हैं, निम्बाड़कर जी है, मैं उनको सबको कह रहा हूँ कि अब गन्ने के भाव से बाम्बू खरीदी करेंगे, ये जायरात कर दो तो भी प्रॉफिट में है। बॉयलर में बगास जलाने के बजाय बगास से CNG बनाओ बायोडाइजेस्टर में डालकर, और CNG के बजाय अगर आगे चल जाए तो हाइड्रोजन बनाओ और बाम्बू का उसका उपयोग करो, तो ये बहुत सस्ता रॉ मटेरियल है। तो आने वाले समय में चौधरी साहब उस पर भी काम करेगा, क्योंकि हाइड्रोजन पर बहुत बड़ी ज़रूरत है। अभी मैं उनको बताऊंगा कि हमने अभी रिसेंटली हाइड्रोजन का पायलट प्रोजेक्ट शुरू किया है 10 रूट पर, और इसमें हमने टाटा मोटर्स के अभी 3 ट्रक मैंने लॉन्च किए दिल्ली में। उसमें 2 है वो IC इंजन हाइड्रोजन पे चलता है, और तीसरा ट्रक जो है हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल सेल पे चलता है। और जो 4 रूट हमने तैयार किए हैं, उसमें से हमारा उस काम भी चालू हुआ है। उसमें ग्रेटर नोएडा टू दिल्ली आगरा, भुवनेश्वर कोणार्क पुरी, अहमदाबाद वडोदरा सूरत, साहिबाबाद फरीदाबाद दिल्ली, पुणे मुंबई, जमशेदपुर कलिंगा, तिरुवनंतपुरम कोची, कोची इडापल्ली, जामनगर अहमदाबाद और विशाखापट्टनम और बयावरम। अभी मैं विजयवाड़ा था तो चंद्रबाबू नायडू जी को जब मैंने बताया तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैं आपके यहाँ नागपुर मिलने के लिए आता हूँ। वो बोले मैं हाइड्रोजन पे काम करना चाहता हूँ। तो हाइड्रोजन इज अ फ्यूल फॉर द फ्यूचर एंड द फ्यूचरिस्टिक विजन फॉर डेवलपमेंट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। और हाइड्रोजन के कारण जो ग्रीन हाइड्रोजन है, मुझे लगता है कि हमारे देश की तस्वीर बदल जाएगी। और इसलिए इसमें भी प्राज से हमें अपेक्षा है कि इसमें भी आप ज़रूर काम करिए। जो रिसर्च करके जो आपने बायोफ्यूल, आज का वर्ल्ड बायोफ्यूल डे है, और हमें 85% फॉसिल फ्यूल हम डिपेंडेंट हैं, 85%, 22 लाख करोड़। और हम इतना कुछ मेहनत करने के बाद भी चौधरी साहब फिर भी इंपोर्ट बढ़ रहा है। इसका कारण गाड़ियों मैन्युफैक्चर हो रही है। और मुझे लोग पूछते हैं कि तुम इलेक्ट्रिक की बात करते हो, इथेनॉल की बात करते हो, मिथेनॉल की करते हो, हाइड्रोजन की करते हो, फिर ये सब तुम सब बातें करते हो, तो इसके सर सैचुरेशन नहीं होगा। तो मैंने उनको मेरी भाषा में कहा, तुम में जितना दम हो उतनी पटक लो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, क्योंकि इतना बड़ा फॉसिल फ्यूल हमको लग रहा है। अभी अतुल जी थे, कंस्ट्रक्शन इक्विपमेंट वालों को बुलाया था और उनको कहा था कि आपकी पूरी मशीनरी आप अभी अल्टरनेटिव और बायोफ्यूल पे बनाओ। जेसीबी ने मेरे कहने के कारण जेसीबी बनाया, रशिया में एक्सपोर्ट किया उन्होंने। अब आने वाले समय में कंस्ट्रक्शन इक्विपमेंट आइसोब्यूटेनॉल पर, CNG पर, LNG पर, मेथेनॉल पर, इथेनॉल पर फ्लेक्स इंजन बनाकर आएगा। जैसे आज हीरो ने फ्लेक्स इंजन की मोटरसाइकिल बनाई, टोयोटा ने फ्लेक्स इंजन की इनोवा बनाई। मैं सब ये प्रचार करके घूमता हूँ कि भाई ये अल्टरनेटिव है, उसमें सस्ता है। देखो, ये पर्यावरण को बचाने के लिए आपके जेब से 1 रुपया ज़्यादा खर्चा करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। ये टोयोटो की इनोवा गाड़ी मेरे पास है 1 साल से, और वो गाड़ी इथेनॉल पे चलती है, 100% पावर भी जनरेट करती है, और पेट्रोल के एवरेज की तुलना में अगर उसका हिसाब लगाएंगे तो पेट्रोल का भाव 25 रुपये लीटर होता है। यानी इसका मतलब कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव है, इंपोर्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट है, पोल्यूशन फ्री है, और स्वदेशी और स्वावलंबन के विचारों के आधार पर देश की आर्थिक स्थिति को मजबूत करने वाली है। और इसलिए मुझे खुशी है कि आज इस बात को विश्व में मान्यता मिली है। मैं ब्राज़ील में ब्रिक्स कॉन्फ्रेंस के लिए गया था, और जब ये अभी मरीन फ्यूल भी आ रही है, हमारे यहाँ में शिपिंग मंत्री था, आज हमारे इसमें जिस प्रकार का प्रदूषण शिपिंग में होता है उसके लिए अल्टरनेटिव फ्यूल आई। अब एविएशन में तो ऑलरेडी आ गया, अभी हम पानीपत में एविएशन फ्यूल बना रहे हैं। ये स्पाइस जेट का और आपने टाटा का इस तरह का भी फ्लाइट, मैं भी एक फ़्लाइट को मैंने भी लॉन्च किया था, देहरादून से दिल्ली आया था, 15% बायो एविएशन फ्यूल यूज़ करके। अब वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि इस देश में एविएशन फ्यूल बनेगी किसानों के कारण, इस देश में इथेनॉल किसानों के कारण बनेगा, इस देश में आइसोब्यूटेनॉल किसानों के कारण बनेगा, और गेहूँ, चावल, मक्का और शुगर से गांव का भविष्य नहीं बदल सकता। अगर ये फ्यूल का पैसा ये अगर गांव के इकोनॉमी में जाएगा, गरीब के जेब में जाएगा और किसानों के जेब में जाएगा, तो स्मार्ट सिटीज़ नहीं स्मार्ट विलेज बनेंगे। इतना उसका सोशियो इकोनॉमिक इम्पैक्ट है। आज मुझे खुशी है कि इन सब बातों को मान्यता मिली, रिकग्निशन मिला, रिस्पेक्ट मिला। पर जो पायोनियर के रूप में प्रमोद चौधरी जी ने प्राज के रूप में जो काम किया, ये बायोफ्यूल के इतिहास में उनका नाम सुवर्णाक्षरों से लिखा जाएगा। क्योंकि मुझे याद है कि मैं जब आज मुझे मालूम नहीं 25 साल हुए कि 22 साल हुए, पहली बार जब उनको मिला था, तब से वो लगातार इस बात की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। और आज उनके साथ जो टीम है, उन्होंने ARI के लोगों ने, किर्लोस्कर को भी धन्यवाद दूंगा। मैं कितने दिन पहले आया, 22 साल पहले आया था, और मैं इनको कह रहा था ये बनाओ। अब कोई 22 साल के बाद क्यों ना हो, पर ये इन्होंने बना दिया, इसके लिए मैं इनको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। क्योंकि कोई विश्वास ही नहीं रखता था। कोई भी बात जब आउट ऑफ बॉक्स होती है तो आजू बाजू के लोग भी विश्वास नहीं रखते, और उसको टाइम लगता है। और मुझे लगता है कि वो टाइम अब निकल गया है, अब दौड़ने का समय आया है। और वो दिन हमारे देश के इतिहास का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण दिन होगा, जिस दिन हमारा फॉसिल फ्यूल का इंपोर्ट 0 होगा। अब आप मुझे बताइए कि 22 लाख करोड़ आज के हैं, ये कितने बढ़ते जा रहे हैं, और ये पैसा इंपोर्ट में हमारे देश के बाहर जा रहा है। वो बचकर जब इंडियन इकोनॉमी में रूरल, एग्रीकल्चर, ट्राइबल सेक्टर में जाएगा। और मैं तो लगातार इसका पक्षधर हूँ कि जल, जमीन, जंगल और जानवर पर आधारित हमारी इकोनॉमिक बेस को बढ़ाना चाहिए। तो आप ही समझिए कि इसका परिणाम क्या होगा। और इसलिए मैं बहुत खुश हूँ, और एक अच्छे युग की शुरुआत हो रही है। और किर्लोस्कर, चौधरी जी, प्राज इंडस्ट्रीज, ARI, इन सब के अधिकारी, साइंटिस्ट, इन सब के प्रयासों के कारण ये हुआ है। ये देश के इतिहास का बहुत गौरवशाली इतिहास है, और ये विशेष रूप से इसकी जो शुरुआत है वो आगे बड़ी ऐतिहासिक फल हमारे देश को मिलेगा। जो बार बार हमारे प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत बनेगा, $5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनेगी, वर्ल्ड की 3rd लार्जेस्ट अर्थव्यवस्था बनेगी। ये कैसे बनेगी? अगर ये पैसा बचेगा तो जरूर बनेगी। और आप चिंता मत करिए, मैं रोड बना रहा हूँ, बहुत एक्सप्रेस हाईवे बना रहा हूँ। अभी नया मुंबई पुणे एक्सप्रेस हाईवे बनाने की शुरुआत कर दी, वो पुराना हो गया। तो आने वाले समय में इतने रोड बन रहे हैं, और मैं अक्सर लोगों को, मेरे पास पैसे की कोई कमी नहीं, मैं लाखों करोड़ों में बात करता हूँ, और पत्रकारों को बोलता हूँ लिख लो, मेरी एक भी बात नहीं हुई तो ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ लगा दो। कोई हिम्मत नहीं इनके लगाने की, क्योंकि मेरे पास कोई पैसे की कमी नहीं। इस साल मैंने हमारे सेक्रेटरी को कहा कि मुझे 10 लाख करोड़ के रोड अवार्ड करने हैं, और कैपिटल मार्केट में तो मैं तो छोटा आदमी हूँ, पर मेरा नाम चिपक जाता है तो 7 दिन का शेयर जो सब्सक्राइब हुआ वो 7 घंटे में 7 टाइम्स ओवर सब्सक्राइब हुआ, कोई पैसे की कमी नहीं, AAA रेटिंग है। और अब मैंने तय किया कि बड़े लोगों को फ़ायदा नहीं देना है, आप लोगों को प्रार्थना कर रहा हूँ कि NHI के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इनविट मॉडल के बॉन्ड खरीदी करो। मैं 8.05% इंटरेस्ट ईयरली आपको दूंगा और जो रिटायर्ड लोग हैं उनके अकाउंट में मंथली जमा करूंगा। और पहले इनविट की कीमत जो 100 रुपये थी वो 160 रुपये हो गई, यानी तुम्हारा रिटर्न 18 से 22% पे मिलेगा। अब बैंक में डिपॉजिट का दर क्या है मैं आपको नहीं पूछता। NHI AAA रेटिंग है और हमारा टोल का इनकम अभी 55,000 करोड़ है और नेक्स्ट 2 इयर्स में 1,40,000 करोड़ है। हमारी गारंटी है, आप चिंता मत करिए। मैं गरीब लोगों के पैसे से रब रोड बनाना चाहता हूँ, मुझे कोई बड़ी इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं चाहिए। और रोड बनेंगे तो गाड़ी आएगी। इस बार योगी जी ने मुझे बताया कुंभ में, उनने कहा कुंभ के सब प्रॉब्लम समस्या आपके कारण निर्माण हुई। मतलब मेरे कारण कैसे निर्माण हुई? बोले आपने इतने अच्छे रोड बनाए हैं कि केरल से, तमिलनाडु से, आंध्र से, तेलंगाना से, महाराष्ट्र से गाड़ियां ले लेके लोग आए कुंभ में, प्रयागराज। अब नासिक में कुंभ हो रहा है तो नासिक का रिंग रोड बना रहे, तो मैंने देवेंद्र जी को कहा कि 10 लाख गाड़ियों का पार्किंग रिंग रोड पर करो। और एक नई फ्लैश चार्जिंग बस अभी हम नागपुर में शुरू कर रहे हैं। और मैंने कहा ये ऐसी बस चलो, कोई आत्मनिर्भर नासिक की गाड़ी नहीं आएगी, क्योंकि कुंभ में इतने लोग आए। तो आने वाले समय में रोड अच्छे बनेंगे तो ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री पैसा कमाने वाली है। मैं कोई रॉयल्टी नहीं मांग रहा हूँ गुलाटी जी। बायोफ्यूल में आप लोग अच्छा काम करेंगे, एक्सपोर्ट भी बढ़ने वाला है और इसी कारण एम्प्लॉयमेंट भी बढ़ेगा। राज्य सरकार, भारत सरकार को रेवेन्यू भी मिलेगा, आत्मनिर्भर भारत भी बनेगा, इंपोर्ट खत्म होगा, प्रदूषण से मुक्ति मिलेगी और हमारे सपने का हिंदुस्तान निश्चित रूप से जो सपना है वो पूरा होगा। और इस सपने की शुरुआत जो थी वो प्राज इंडस्ट्री ने बायोफ्यूल में शुरू करके की है। मैं हृदय से फिर से एक बार उनको, किर्लोस्कर संजय को और IRI के सभी प्रमुख अधिकारियों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ और अपनी बात को समाप्त करता हूँ। नमस्कार।
धन्यवाद श्री नितिन जी गडकरी. Come on everybody, a louder round of applause for that address by our chief guest. And as we come towards the closing of this evening, may I now invite Shri Atul Mule, President Bioenergy at Praj Industries, where he leads pioneering initiatives, to please come up and propose the vote of thanks and give his closing remarks. He also serves as the chairperson of the Biofuels Committee at the IFGE, playing a key role in shaping industry policy and collaboration.
Good evening, everyone. What an amazing evening this has been. Together we have just witnessed the unveiling of Newer Horizons, India Bioenergy Journey, milestones that are shaping a cleaner, greener, and more self-reliant future. I begin by acknowledging Honorable Union Minister Sri Nitin Gadkari, whose visionary leadership has been instrumental in shaping this vital sector. Likewise, Dr. Pramod Chaudhari, our founder chairman, rightly known as the ethanol man of India, for his pioneering role in advancing bioenergy. I also would like to extend my sincere thanks to Praj Board of Directors for giving us this opportunity to create this experience zone. We are gathered in Pune, the Pandariya Bioenergy. Allow me to explain why this is a Pandariya Bioenergy. Now, Pune city uniquely brings together every key participants in the bioenergy ecosystem. This thriving ecosystem unites leading institutions such as Vasantdada Sugar Institute, VSI, which spearheads the pioneering research in the feedstock, co-product, and utilization of co-products, along with the Praj VSI Central of Excellence of Agriculture. Apart from that, the National Chemical Laboratory, NCL, and the Indian Institute of Science and Education, ISER, contributing cutting-edge expertise, where Praj is also contributing to them for joint development and joint research. At its core is the Praj Matrix, Praj own world-class R&D center in industrial biotech, which has developed numerous indigenous innovations and they compete globally. Complementing this scientific strengths is an ARI, Automotive Research Institute, whose expertise in vehicle certification and testing ensures readiness for the higher ethanol blends and alternate bioenergy, such as IBA enabling seamless transition to cleaner fuels across transportation and industrial sector, which we have just witnessed. Pune's stature as an India leading automobile hub and home to reputed industrial houses like Kirloskar's further amplifies its role as powerhouse for technology advancement and industry collaboration. Together, this ecosystem, the collaborative spirit driving this Praj BioVerse, a moment and strengthening the India leadership in the circular bioeconomy. And that's why I said Pune is the country of bioenergy. As we conclude this momentous event, I extend my warmest congratulations to Kirloskar Oil Engines on the successful launch of their genset tested for 100% ethanol, a landmark achievement demonstrating the potential to replace conventional fossil energy without compromising the performance of the engine by ethanol as well as BioC4 or IBA. Special appreciation to Mrs. Gauri Kirloskar, Mr. Rahul Sahai, CEO, Dr. Agav, and his dedicated team of scientists at Kirloskar Oil Engines, whose relentless innovation and hard work have brought this vision to the reality. I also sincerely thank Mr. Vikram Gulati, a country head for Toyota Kirloskar Motor, Mr. Vikram Kasbekar, Executive Director of Operation and CEO of Hero Motor Corp, and Mr. Firoz Khan, Head of Policy Regulatory Affairs, who is sitting in with us here, for showcasing their innovative flex fuel cars and bikes that are shaping the future of clean mobility. Our gratitude to Dr. Regi Mathai, Director at Automotive Research Institute at ARII, Dr. Sukrut Tipse, Assistant Director at ARII. We are very proud to collaborate with ARII on cutting-edge research and biofuel blending and vehicle compatibility testing. We are also thankful to VSI management, their Mr. Karu Patil, Director General, the Konde Patil Technical Advisor, and Head of Alcohol Technology. The Indian Federation of Green Energy and Environment deserve the special mention for fostering collaboration and collaborative efforts and driving green energy politics that strengthen our bioeconomy ecosystem. We are grateful to our media partners, Chini Mandi and Bioenergy Times, for giving voice to the industry and being integral part of this ecosystem growth and outreach. My deepest gratitude to Sri Sanjay Ji Kirloskar, President MCCI and CMD of Kirloskar Brothers, for graciously joining us at this book launch. As a highly respected leader in the engineering and business community, his presence added immense value to this occasion. I would like to also sincerely thank Vishwakarma Publication CEO Sri Vishal Soni for publishing this inspiring book authored by Dr. Pramod Chaudhari, recognizing Praj's 4-decade journey of innovation, impact, and entrepreneurship. The book has reached strongly with the youth and aspiring entrepreneurs as mentioned by him. We are sincerely thankful to our partners Alpha Laval for their state-of-the-art center-based technology, which you can also have an experience center, and the pillar for their MBR package. Last but not the least, I thank you JW Marriott staff, Praj employees, Team Umang, all the guests, and the security persons coming along with the minister sir and everyone whose support has made this Praj BioVerse a great success. The event clarifies the power of collaboration between innovation, industry, leaders, researchers, policymakers, employee, investors, all united in the building a self-reliant and a sustainable energy future India. Thank you all for being a part of this transformative movement. Let's continue to innovate, collaborate, and lead the world towards a cleaner and greener energy. I also would like to invite you to see the experience center after we finish between the here and the dinner. So thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mule. With that, we come to the end of this historic evening. Thank you to our dignitaries, our guests, our Praj family members, and all of you for taking the time out on this Monday evening and joining us. Once again, we invite you to visit the Experience Gallery. Also, the book that we just launched is available at a discounted rate especially for all of you all today at the stall outside. Kindly pick up a copy if you'd like to get inspired. Thank you, everybody. Dinner is served. Please join us for dinner. Good night, and please drive home safe. So can we please have a group photo? May I request everyone to please pose for a group photo? Yeah, a group photo, please. May I request everyone, all our dignitaries, to please come together for a group picture. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.